I got a phone call from Indiana. The person on the other end said, are you an orchestrator? Yes, I said, I'm an orchestrator. And she said, well, I have something I want you to orchestrate. We started working together, and it was some of the most fun I've ever had.
So there's a lot of question and answers with the writer of the script of the book for this show, Bethany Crawford. Both of us asking a lot of questions, like what's the setting of this song and what's the message that we're trying to get across with this song. And then we go from that question and answer time where I'm taking tons of notes on it to actually writing the words. And a lot of times as I've read the story and I've talked to the writer, I've really gotten inspired and it just starts flowing. I mean, it just starts coming out in poetry. When you're writing for stage and musical theater, you think about the staging, you think about the movement, and then even dialogue on top of it. So that was something we kind of had to work through and figure out.
And so we ground it out and just kept grinding. And when she would send a song, it would just pop off the page. Her lyrics and her melodies said, write it this way. I just couldn't write it down fast enough.
When I put the music and lyrics together, I'll send him some ideas of orchestrations I have, but he just takes it and he knows, it's like he plays the orchestra like his own instrument. He knows every single instrument and what he needs to do and when to bring in what instrument and how to do it, whether it needs pizzicato or staccato or whether it needs, a big brass sound or just a tiny little piccolo. And the other thing he has is just an amazing knowledge of the instruments themselves and what they're capable of doing.
And so you work for days on whatever song you're on, and then you listen to it, and you listen to it, you tweak it, you listen to it again, you say, go, and you send it. And so finally, a text would come back, love it, perfect. It's like, that's a happy day.
I think my favorite part too is actually getting into the studio and hearing the instruments and hearing everything come together. That's really fun because you've been writing and hear it on your computer for a long time in your head, but actually hear it in the studio with reverb, with all the elements, I think is really cool.
Part of what I get to do in Nashville, I work with literally the best writers, musicians, players, violinists in the world. When Christy came in and she was just kind of quiet about it and said, well, let's do this here. And the singer said, this is good stuff. And they won't gush, but they'll just kind of lean back and say, that was nice.
Yeah, that's a big compliment. Yeah,
it was
really
huge.
is.
God gave those people their talent, and I see God in that beauty. But to be able to work with those gifts is probably my number one favorite thing to do. And this little lady right here, she got a boatload.
But it's been a fun process, and we've learned a lot as we've gone along, and I think we're continuing to learn each other's style and how each other operates and thinks, and that helps a lot with the next project going a little smoother,
Oh, we're doing something else?
Yeah, we are. There's something else coming up.
I can't wait. You made my day.